Today on the show, we have a lawyer and a digital business specialist, Dr. Ope Banwo. Welcome to the show once again. We've had you many times on the show. Yes. To join the conversation, you can call us on 070-8066-8014, or you can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your VTVC so we can read your tweets. Now, we have Nima in the building before I come to you. And I just need to give you the floor because it is obvious from the way you came in that you have been through a lot this morning.
Through hell. Every day I say this on the show. So I live on the Badagry Expressway axis of Lagos, and since Monday, actually, because of the little rain, the road has been taken over by trucks, and the authorities cannot lie that they don't know what we've been going through on that side of the road. There are videos, pictures, people tagging the present governor, tagging everybody. Last man, I make calls. And this morning, yesterday, I had to take my son to the hospital, and I took public transport because I couldn't drive out of my community into the express. And this morning, it was worse than ever because they completely double-packed trucks and tankers. The depot at Ijegun took over the front of the local government and took over the entire road. I keep saying it on this table that on that side of town, we don't have government. And we don't feel government. We don't feel government pulse, nothing. It's like if there's a fire, we don't expect that there will be a quick response. If there's a siege on the road, we can't expect anything to happen. And when we say it like that, it seems like you're just against. No. There should be a response that people can at least use to attest that government is doing something. We can't just continue paying taxes, living on that side of town, and seem like everything is failing. Loma is failing. Everything is completely abandoned.
I'm happy that, you know, God gives us opportunity for times like this, because imagine if we don't have you on the show. We won't have, nobody would experience it, and until you wear the shoe, you won't know where it pinches. For someone to go through it, we're able to say it better, and that's why I just allowed you to express, because the point is that area is abandoned, and we know that our governor that has come in now has said he would pay attention to every area of Lagos. We're expecting something to be done into that area.
On a lighter note, quickly, before you jump in, Nima looks so beautiful without makeup. I think we should be having 1 week no makeup day on the show.
That would be nice.
Yeah, everybody.
Imagine he's just looking for trouble. Please, there's unemployment in town, right? Yes. Everybody knows somebody that is looking for work, right? Exactly. So, how have you, and we know you've been doing something on this for a while. Can you tell us what this project is about? This is your empowerment, youth empowerment project.
Thank you so much. And I think this time, before we even dwell so much into what I'm doing, I think we need to approach the problem of unemployment in Nigeria, and I've been shouting this for 3, 4, 5 years, on a fundamental level. We are training our youths to be unemployed. Let me put it that way. Because all you do for them, we give them education, but nobody is talking to them about how they will market those skills or how they will make money with those skills. Even when the government, the federal government tried to do this empower thing that they are doing, and I think it's a great idea, but it's still with the same old mindset where people are being trained and just being given skills without the money in their pocket. So you have curriculum. So if we are going to solve the mass scale, we've got millions of unemployed. So we really have what I call an emergency in the youth sector for employment. Because when people come out of university, okay, more than 70% of them have no prospect of getting a job, and they're not going to get one in the next 5 years.
70%?
Yes, I train them, I work with them. You can poll them right there. They'll tell you. Why is that? Because you have a shrinking economy. Businesses are not growing. And we're training people the same way they used to train them in my father's days and in my days.
Oh, God, you just touched me.
In these days and age where there's globalization of using services, we're not training our people. Let me even start with you journalists. Let's just start right there. Journalists are still being trained the way they were trained 30 years ago, 20 years ago. So you have the same, if you hold 10 papers together, they all have the same story. Why is that? They copy each other because there is no creativity in how they earn income with their writing. Yet, there's maybe thousands of sites out there that will pay somebody to write. Okay, so you have journalists who work for 4 or 5 months, they're not getting paid, when they could publish one article and get $200 from it. Who is training them how to do that? So when you go to journalism schools, Is that part of the curriculum? No. How to market your journalistic skills. Some of this training take less than a day. So coming back, so I think fundamentally, if we really want to solve the problem of unemployment, we need to go at it from even the school curriculum.
No. Talking about the school, sir.
Yes.
I mean, you said that we're being trained now like we were 30 years ago. I think you're being very generous because right now we just read about the cutoff mark
for JAM.
I'm not even talking of intelligence. I'm not even talking about.
It's not even intelligence now. It's education. They're going to be tested based on the education that they get, and now they're saying that all you need to get is 100. You know, to get into school. So that is a different crop of people, you know, of students that are coming out, of people who will be joining the labor market.
Which even makes it worse.
That's what I was saying.
In terms of the kind, but those type of people, and it brings to bear what I'm saying. So now we know, all of us know it. I hire lawyers. I'm a lawyer. I have a law firm. I hire lawyers. I know the quality is so much poorer than what it was just 20 years ago. But those same lawyers, because now the bar to make major money with the little skills you have is so low internationally. Take, for instance, somebody read English. Many of the people read English today. You tell them to write a whole a page. They probably just embarrass you, even the one with a 2-1. But that same person can get on the internet and become a proofreader for a global market without even knowing how to speak good English, because he uses Grammarly, uses software. Put your English there. Grammarly will give them the well-connected, well-written, correct grammar.
You told us this thing last time.
Yes. So we need to go to what I call the e-power. We have Empower. That is a misnomer, because Empower goes through the same thing, teaches them skills, and they are still unemployed, okay? But when you go through e-power, where you are teaching them to market their skills on a global scale, now it's a whole different ballgame.
Let's talk about employers insisting on certification as against skill. So you put a person to test, and the person actually has the skill. Maybe learning it, maybe running a family, or learning it on learning it on not in an academic environment, but this person is skilled. Let's talk about, for instance, if I were, as a firefighter daughter, could actually put off a fire, I had that skill. But I have a certificate in law. That would disqualify me, because somebody would just say, that's not what we're looking for. You need certification. Why are employers insisting on this certification? And then we fault JAM for dropping the cutoff. When certification is all this economy lives on.
Again, it goes back to still doing the same thing with the same old mindset.
Exactly.
They are not tying the value of an employee to the income it generates for the business, but they are tying it to the level of education or certification that he has. And that's why we are all messed up. So we have these youths, we send them out there. If only somebody are taking time, maybe in their final year or second year, to teach them how to market their skills, they won't need to look for a job. I'll give you a very simple example. We started this program.
I'll take that example then.
Yes.
After the break. We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, you give us step by step how people watching right now can do something small using the e-power.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thank you for staying with us. So before we went on a break, you were talking about, you were trying to give examples, practical examples of how people can still use this boycotting our bad educational system and earn money without the opportunities available in e-power. So can you break it down a bit more?
Yes. Actually, with the way the whole global economy is linked now, you find out that most people are actually going online to look for basic skills that they need. Number two, and there's software for practically everything. I have on this program, which I'm going to talk about in a second, somebody who doesn't even speak German, okay, who is doing like $3,000–4,000 a month, translate as a German translator. He doesn't even speak German. So what he does is get the software that translates from any language into German. So he gets the order, he puts it in his software, German comes out on the other end, he delivers it, gets paid his money. So regardless of his level of even education, as long as he can learn how to use that software in less than 10 minutes, he can do that work. So, and I've been talking this thing for 3 years, and I'm not getting governments, because if governments can embrace what I'm talking about at the level it should, it costs them less, it increases their IGR, and it solves the unemployment problem almost on a permanent level. Right now, we have N-Power. Maybe they're talking 10, 20,000. I see N-Power, whatever. They're going to train 3,000, 7 people, 2,000. So I started this program in the last 4 weeks, okay, out of frustration. I called it the Digital Works Africa Project. The idea behind it is that we want to instigate 10 million jobs over the next 10 years. When people hear that, they say, that's too ambitious. And I'm like, I could do this in a year. Why is that? Because what the average person needs to do, and my goal is, if you can get them to $2,000 a month, they are okay. From there, they can grow. What the average person needs to get himself to $1,000, $2,000 a month is less than 3 days training. So I started this thing called Digital Works Africa Program just to prove the point, where I'm giving 10,000 scholarships to people all over Africa, not just Nigeria, because I have Kenyans in there, I have people from South Africa and all that, because I feel that they are even more responsive to this idea that I'm pushing. And what do we do there? We teach them 8 skills, but not the way the Empower team does it. The skills are directly tied to income, so that even within a week, we teach each subject over a 2-week period. Like this week now, we're teaching e-commerce, last week and this week. How people can sell products on a global level that they don't own to people they will never meet without investing any money. And in 3 or 4 days, you see people doing business on AliExpress, doing $400, $500. We have a page, by the way, that people can go verify. They post their screenshots of their income, that they make. So, and anybody can register. It's free, okay? And the website is digitalworksafrica.org.
Okay.
That's good, sir. I'm excited about this internet. I would have asked the question on education because I'm passionate about it, but because of time, let's focus on the internet. Okay. I know that you can actually live on the internet and do a lot there. But we have our youths, most of them, who are just on the internet to go around social media, trolling people, you know, going on Facebook, looking for trouble one way or the other. They have the money to buy the data. And then they come to you, they have the very expensive phones, and they tell you they do not have a job. So this is a good opportunity for them to make money if they are serious. But my question is, how ready do you think our Nigerian youths are to adopt this?
The Nigerian youths are desperate. Let me put it that way. No, they're just not having direction, okay? Like you said, they are already on the internet. They already have the phones, okay? All they need, and I've challenged even TVC, okay? You are very responsive to the public. You've got plenty of free oils. If you do a 5-day empowerment session for these people, how to use their phone, the same social media. I make money on Facebook every day. Wow. I make money on Instagram every day, and it is so ridiculously simple, but they don't know that.
So
if somebody teach them, yes, if you teach them, they won't have time to go and be fighting over Buhari or Atiku on Facebook. They'll be busy making money.
So I'll just take one question from someone within the audience right now. Do you have a question relating to him? Please go ahead.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
I've been following you, and of course, I can verify that what you are saying is true. I would just like you to tell us how, because some of this training, once they get it, and the software, I know that the software, they may need to do a little investment to get those softwares.
Most of the software are even free.
So
we teach it.
So how, just let us know more, how accessible and easy are these programs for people?
But you see, the thing is, he's already, Dr. Ope Banwo is all over the internet. He's an internet man. So this information would preferably be accessible to him when you reach out to him. But any other question on what we can give? Okay, it's still the same question, how to get, every time you come on the show, everybody wants to get your phone number. Everybody wants to get your contact.
They don't need my phone. This is where I'm going. I won't even respond to you if I get thousands of calls every day. Twitter. And I'm saying they don't need that. I live on WhatsApp. I'll give you my WhatsApp number.
Okay. Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter.
What's your Twitter handle?
I don't even tweet. I don't need to tweet.
At least so they can get your details.
I have my Twitter handle, but like I said, my social media is integrated. I do it from Facebook and it goes everywhere. Okay. But my Twitter is Ope Banwo. Simple. My Facebook is Ope Banwo too. So Instagram is Ope Banwo. You can find me. But the best place to find me, like I said, is WhatsApp. But you don't even need me. I'm not anybody's savior. My own is just to show you the way, and I've told you what to do here. Number one, you can go.
We can't spoon feed it. Let them go to Ope. And everybody, if you want to enjoy the privileges that you would get from this training, do the work. You know, invest that your small data that you have. And go and meet, search for him and get, because the opportunities are there. He's been here on the show many times before and giving us an idea of how this thing can work. Many people still reach out to us and say they're hungry. Now I know who I'll send them to. Go and meet.
I would even respond. Let me tell you what you can do on your own. It's very easy.
Okay.
Apart from, we still have about 4,000 spaces left in the digitalworksafrica.org program. Just register, it's free, and then you get in there. But beyond that, just sit down yourself, decide what you want to do. Let's say you want to make money with Instagram. You don't need Ope Banwo to do that. You Google that, how to make money on Instagram. There are thousands of sites where people have already written articles what to do. Take the first 5, read the first 5, research and make your notes, and then execute it. How hard can it be?
It's really simple, my brother. We just need to read more.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're a journalist, you can write. You want to make money with your writing. How to make money with my articles. Google. The thing will drop. Complete.
Very easy. Thank you so much for coming.